I get to stab somebody! Oh boy, chapter 1.
In the woods.
Ooh,
And at
the
the end of
menu
that
is like
path
Doki Doki
is a
actually.
cabin.
That's exactly like Doki Doki. Oh my god! It's the exact same menu!
You're here to
Except for I don't
slay.
have to actually read stuff out loud.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh no. There won't be much pausing here. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Holy mother of God. Okay, well this would just be talking to myself because you're a narrator, so I'm just gonna silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Gotcha.
A
Kaboom.
warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat,
Oh god.
she will do...
Okay.
We're not going to go through
Anyway,
this,
I'm
right?
kind of paying attention.
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Not this time,
He doesn't
apparently.
know what he's talking about.
Isn't that me though? Proceed into the cabin. Alright, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
knife.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls
I'm just gonna
are
let this
painted
go
in a
and
fine
let you
layer
people
of
listen.
dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Nice.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I suppose it would be. Alright, let's do this.
The door to the basement
I have a
creaks
knife.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Oh, I should have probably saved it before making a decision. I'm gonna restart the game. Okay, now I can save. I also reset save 1 and I made that the start where you have to pick what you say. So I'm gonna take the blade.
Take the blade from the table.
Gotcha. Then I can enter the basement.
Up the stairs.
Alright.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm gonna save here, because this is a decision. Alright. I think I'm here to kill you! Just check.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hello!
Down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
How's it going?
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Probably
Focus on
not.
the task at hand.
I mean, this guy is kind of just like a spaceman
And
talking to
there
me or something.
you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes, actually. Save. There we go. What? No way. Why would you even think that? No. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why
Let's
did you
go
bring a
with it.
knife with you?
Good question.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Exactly. Let's save that here. I'm not gonna drop it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you
I mean, I don't want to necessarily stab you.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
If I click, you do die.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
But what if I
She's
do, though?
unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Alright, you know what? I think I'm probably gonna die. Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Why?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Nice.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Interesting.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
I doubt that. What's Q? Quick saves, automatic saves. Oh, before each thing, I guess. Alright, let's... Wait a minute. No, don't save. No, not auto. Quiet you. Save. Yes, actually. Hang on. So we are here right now, so I'm just gonna hit this one.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Great.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish.
Who is who?
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Great.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
Huh.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Not really. I've paid
You don't have time
$15
to
for this.
worry
That would be
over
kind of
such things.
disappointing.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, fun! Chapter 2, The Adversary. That's it?
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Wait.
here.
Oh.
She will lie.
Are you the point of Princess Chris?
So, this is
Having
like
this-
the same
The
thing. Whoa.
blade is your implement. You'll need it to.
You know what? I kind of want to go back to... Let's hit load. I want to go back here. Wait, before I do, let's actually save here. Now let's load back, here. Because I want to not bring the knife. Just go without it. Yeah, we don't need that. We are friendly people.
The door.
Her voice
Hello?
is.
Don't let.
I'm here to say, why is that a lie? Oh, okay, so I can have that be honest or not honest. I don't think I need to,
How many
so I'm just
times
gonna do
do I
this.
have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait,
I
really?
don't believe you.
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come
Nope, I'm
downstairs.
your best friend.
I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I think I'm like some weird lizard guy. I don't know if you do actually want to, but alright.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
There's a weird guy and he's telling me to murder you. I don't know
She's
if I'm hearing
beautiful.
voices or what.
How could someone like this? be a threat to anyone?
So you might not want me here.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Uh-huh.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Nope, not at all.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I don't believe you. Alright, save. I don't think... Should we talk a bit first? Well, let's...
Okay.
Holy mother of God, that's a lot of stuff. Go go back upstairs to retrieve the blade. Okay, Mia, get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. I can't believe you kept down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked here at least for a little while. We can get to know each other. What? What are you going to do, village? Yeah, I need those. I need to say you're apparently supposed to end the world if I'm the first person you've seen in a while. Yeah, that's actually a good question.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I mean, it can be relevant, I suppose, though. Like, I should.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Well, it kind of is, though, I feel like. Okay.
Actually, what has she been?
Yeah, exactly.
She has to eat, right?
Okay, I'm gonna save here. Kaboom. Alright. Yeah, let's...
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating.
It's
her
not
words
that
to
hard
response.
of a question, is it?
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is
That's
too
not
formal.
helpful.
Is princess her name or her title?
Yeah,
What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
that would be dumb. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I can't trust this doesn't happen with the risk of the... I don't think that this person is ending the world. They're locked up in a basement in this random place. Alright, so I don't think we actually have to save here.
Only making this more difficult.
Nuh-uh.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure I won't regret this one
You're
bit.
making a huge mistake.
Nah!
No, you're doing the right thing.
What? Who is who?
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall.
I think these are like two different sides of my head. One of them is saying murder, the other one is saying no, don't
They're
murder.
large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No,
Maybe
I
it's
do
somewhere
not.
upstairs.
There's literally no.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
No, probably not. To be fair. Okay, if there isn't any key, do you have any other? Maybe I can at least find something to. I mean, I could grab the. I doubt it's gonna.
Okay. I'll be here.
I imagine you
Good
would
luck.
be.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You
Huh.
hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Boom.
You
Try the door. Ah,
It's
well.
locked from the outside.
That's not helpful.
Your shouts and pleas are met. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until
Did
the
you
task
close
is
it?
done.
Okay, well, that's not
You
helpful.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well, your goals are
Easier
not
for
aligning
who?
with mine.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
This isn't the mess, this is fine.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah,
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's
but
voice.
that's fine, because I'm a pro. Hey, why do I have a thingy? Oh, hang on. Hope you guys know I'm multitasking here.
If I
Anywho,
could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
well, I
She
don't
barely
see.
hesitates,
Oh my
raising
god!
Her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
That.
As she rips her
Oh
flesh from her
my God.
bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Huh.
Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah, that
Won't
sounds
like
like
what happens if you do that.
I'd be fine. Say, yeah, there's only one option here. There's no slay option here, so let's not slay. Although I am slightly concerned about,
Fine.
yeah, see?
Against your better judgment,
Why?
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the
Oh my
princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
You know, there probably
into
was
her
a
flesh.
better option than that. You know, I'm not saying that I don't want that scene to be something I get.
The
Good
blade is
God.
sharp,
Oh
and it takes
my
little effort to
God.
cut through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
That's great.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Uh-huh.
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she so
Uh-huh.
for everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Couldn't she have done that like at any other time, considering the amount of ease that was put into that?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Alrighty then, I guess I'm gonna save her. Boy.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Not sure
As the
you.
princess approaches
Oh
the bottom stair,
my
your body steps
God,
forward and raises the
you
blade.
idiot.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, you're right, you can't.
Watch me.
No!
What are you doing?
Can you not? No. Warn her? Yeah, obviously. Okay, there's a scary man.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm
Your body
doing my.
plunges
Oh, well,
the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
oh, that didn't go well.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
The
Stop.
narrator's
Stop trying to
mean.
resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, I was doing fine. Slay, resist. Yep, we're gonna go with resist, obviously. Alright.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious
Is this the part from the
step forward.
trailer? Are you about to kill me?
We both know this isn't.
Oh, yeah, no, you are about to kill me.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
God.
What
Yeah, no, this
are
is the
you
part from the trailer.
doing?
Although I thought she had her hand in the trailer. I guess
I'm
that's.
sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into
Ah,
your chest,
God.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
No, I am
Oh
not.
no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
I guess
For
so.
her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you
Yeah, in the
feel
trailer she had her
every
hand still.
inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
But this time, instead of doing what I'm told, I'm gonna do what I would like to do.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Does she?
No, definitely
Apparently
not.
not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Ah, that's fine.
One
You know, to be
last
fair, this is
thrust
the
of the
narrator's
knife.
fault.
Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as
She
tears
seems to at
flow
least be
rivulets
aware
of
that the
ink
narrator's a
down her
dick.
blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made
She
your
seems to be at
choice.
least aware.
It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Cool. Okay, yeah, so now I have a different chapter too. But this is the path
You're on
I
a path to the
wanted,
woods.
at least.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I doubt that. Why am I getting a terrible sense of deja vu? Hasn't this already? But I died. Okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah, let's...
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, so you remember
Yes,
what
he didn't
happened?
approve of us last time, did
Oh.
he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all
You're pretty open about that if he's aware, huh?
in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
I mean, there are literally 3 of us
We'll see
against him.
about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? Now, I'm more with the hero
What can I
here.
say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
To an extent, I agree with you on that one. Alright. Alright. So, do I chat with these bumbos, or do I just go? Yeah.
Very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's
I
what it
don't
takes
care
to
what
get
you have to
moving.
say, Mr. Narrator.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, it happened because you're a retard.
You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not
Exactly.
you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
I mean, for the fate of the world, I disagree
I'm
with
just
you,
going
but
to
I just mean
let
generally
you
I'd
say
agree with
Whoever
you.
is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I'm not gonna ignore anything you say.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Yeah,
If you're
say
asking
that
it
voice.
sounds to me like
My
you're making
voice
the
is
rather
way cooler than
dangerous
that.
assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kiss,
Yeah.
and now everyone's right back
Oh,
where they
shit.
started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Sure does.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead
Or maybe I just had a
transported to
vision
different
of another reality. Because maybe we're gonna be, as much as the movie sucked, but if you know the Marvel movie, Multiverse Madness is like dreams or alternate dimensions. Do I think they did that? No, probably not. That's just a theory, though, that I tossed
It's
out
the
based
latter.
off of my
What do you
anything
think
on the
happened after
topic.
you died?
I didn't like that movie either.
Do you
I
think
don't
the
like
people
Marvel
there
in
lived
general. That
happily
kind of
ever
sucks.
after?
But anyway, I'm kind of
Or
playing
do
this
you
game,
think
so I
the
kind of have to
princess,
focus on
left
that.
unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would.
Well, you see, you bring up that point, but according to this logic, if that's another world, and we've just proven to a sense that it is possible to go back in time, or at least to another world, what if, and this is a completely hypothetical, we just, like, we picked up that dagger, or, like, well, there's probably a way, like, we could get a sharp stick, like, impale ourselves a bunch of times, like, if it works a few times, then we can kind of just assume, sure, let her go, and then, like, if the world ends, boo-hoo, either way, we get put somewhere else. I mean, that was another world. I mean, yeah, it sucks to be those people, but not really our problem, is it? Hypothetical. I mean, I guess by this point, because it was only one death, really, we wouldn't want to just go ahead and like, oh, here's an eye! Blah, blah, oh, boy, let's see what happens. I mean, no, probably not by this point, but if it continues to happen, I don't know.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned.
Yeah, it
as
does
part
seem
of
that
some
you did imprison her, to
convoluted,
be fair.
Dastardly scheme. Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I don't believe you, bucko. I'm going with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her. Yeah, let's do that one. Because that is the path I
That's right,
believe.
you can't stop all of us.
Yeah.
Going to sweep her off her feet. if it's
Well,
the
maybe
last
not that,
thing
but still.
anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
I question it.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Yeah, so you piss off. Do I talk about her? Let's see. I might not let it play through all
Just
of
be
this.
quick about it.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason she was able to kill me last time is because I let her. She could hold a beer and knife. How is she supposed to end the world? That's a pretty good point,
Just
actually.
Can. Believe me,
Wow!
I can tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Okay, well, basically, the insight you've just given me is that murder because I said so. Well, literally everyone else is like a character
Maybe
named
it's her
the
beauty that controls the
hero
world.
specifically says not to. So I don't
Sure,
really
It's
understand.
her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
That doesn't really make sense.
People locked her in that.
Wow.
And I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate.
You're utterly
things.
useless in every way imaginable. You're being yeah. Exactly. Both of these are also good points.
I
Let's.
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more
How?
difficult.
If it's pick up, knife, stab,
It sounds
stab,
like a broken
that
record,
doesn't.
but the less you know about
Oh my
her, the
God.
better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
I'm not gonna do that.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I'm not realizing I've been talking over
Oh.
this the whole time.
I didn't know we were special.
Are you guys just all? Am I like mentally ill? I just have a bunch of
course
voices in
you're
my head.
special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know. The weird voices in
Calling
my
us
head were just
special
talking.
isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Okay, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I mean, it doesn't look that ruined. I mean, this is kind of an ugly place, but I'm not gonna leave because I feel like that would kind of not be that helpful.
A warning before you go any further.
I
She
think
will
we've been over
lie.
this. Yeah.
Already told you we're not playing along
Yeah.
with the game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I mean, I don't think that's exactly accurate, but you got
I think
spirit.
we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I'm pretty
I
sure
do.
too.
But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Good for you.
Yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Exactly.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Oh, rescue operation, of course. Kaboom.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine thread.
You shut up. We're gonna. Oh, you're done. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine
The
blade.
blade is your
Okay.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nah. Okay, so let's click this.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Oh my
In
god.
which case she'd be lying because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I mean, there certainly is. God. I'm gonna ask him why he's gonna lie. Why would you lie to me?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I'm gonna waste time doing that now. This is a whole different cabin than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last
You
time.
weren't even here last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So
You're
focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
It's not a wall,
Isn't
you
much to
liar.
see here. This really isn't funny.
Okay.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. You know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
It's not gone. There's... Oh, it's a thingy. Okay, let's just, save. The mirror is dead. Alright, just enter the basement. Yeah, we don't need the knife. We're nice people.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a
Interesting.
stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice
I don't
carries
think
up
she
the
would
stairs.
consider that.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, I'm here to not murder
It's
you.
somehow
I'm even more insane than
beautiful
last
than
time.
Last time. I can hear
You
wedding
weren't even
bells
there.
already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far.
Mhm.
You barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top form.
Agreed.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Uh-huh.
You walk down the stairs
Hello.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy
There's
chain
just
around
an
her
increasingly
wrist,
large
binding her
window,
to the
both
floor.
of these times. I feel like you could work with that.
My
How is it even
love,
the sky?
we're here
If
to
this
rescue
is
you
the
from
basement,
your
then that's gotta be the
unjust
surface
and
literally right
foul
there.
imprisonment.
I don't think that she can hear
You
you.
know she can't hear you.
Yeah.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't
See,
come back.
narrator, you're stupid.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
I mean, yeah, not a
That really
narrator.
goes a long way
Haha.
with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence.
Or she could just be mistaking. I mean, hypothetically, that could just be a mistaken thing. You know, the person that you specifically have claimed lies says something, and then you just agree with them
That's
instantly.
right, villain. And you killed us.
Exactly.
Well, she killed us.
Because of his
Made us
actions.
try and kill her.
Yeah.
It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
You are not wrong about that
But
one.
you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yeah, I'm not
Now,
doing what you
hold
say.
on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
You're assuming that
We
happened.
never saw a world end.
Yeah.
And now I'm even more certain that we must chase
To be
our
fair.
heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been.
Don't necessarily know if that's
Anyone
necessary,
convince us Otherwise.
but yeah, we never actually saw a world. What we saw is some person that was stuck in a basement, and then when you tried to stab her, seemingly understanding that the narrator is an asshole, she was like, "Alright, well, stabbing time."
Are you
Can't be
listening
blamed
to
by
him?
that.
He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Doing that right now. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? You killed me last time. It hurted a lot. Why did you do that? Probably because I think there's a pretty obvious answer to that. Did you end the world after you killed me back there? The narrator said me kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed into such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
The narrator, he's
She
an
took that in
asshole.
stride, to a surprising extent. An almost
See, I
unsettling
told
extent,
you. She
actually.
understood. He was an idiot.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think
Okay.
she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Thank
I
God
think
for
you're
that.
right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alrighty. What happened after I
You
died?
died, and now we're talking.
Uh-huh. Alright, dude, I'm gonna save before asking this.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like
No,
our
that-
darling princess? She wants to make us happy.
That...
My heart melts further with every
I mean, you're
word
kind of an
that passes
idiot.
through
You're
her
just
beautiful
in
lips.
agreement with everything, no matter what. The hero guy seems to have reason, and the narrator just seems to be an asshole. So I don't... That none of you three are particularly appealing in any way other than... I'm just going off of completely factual evidence, which I feel like you are going off of more. I mean, your opinion is somewhat biased, I would say. But based off of factual evidence, we know the narrator guy is an asshole. And we know that he is committing tomfoolery. We know that this person is tied up to a prison cage place. I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to say, like... Yeah, I know how to use this because I played Doki Doki Literature Club, and then I also got the Plus version, and I never actually played it. I was playing a particular mod, let's just put it at that for now to avoid any further conversations about that one. So was I supposed to end the world? Would that have made you? That's kind of concerning, but yeah. To my knowledge, you have done nothing. And you asked if you were supposed to, like, I don't know. That's kind of vague. But I don't know. Based off of how conversation has gone in this before, I would only, by my interpretation, I would say you did not. I mean, I know narrator man says you were just gonna lie the whole time, but, you know, the narrator man's kind of an asshole, so...
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I did not interpret it as that way. Honestly, the world sucks. I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin for them. Oh my god. You know what? To be completely honest, kinda.
I can't believe that the entire world is being left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Oh god.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Yippee!
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world. I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
But have you seen her angelic face?
She should get a pass! Oh god. Okay, hang on. Let me load the save. I wanna see, like, load. Okay. You're loading. Yeah, okay, what if we click this? I have no
At least you're being
feelings.
honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
That's not an
Wasn't
answer.
confused for long.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do
I
something
mean,
so inconceivable.
maybe, but at that time I interpret it as yes, that she did end the world, and
It's high time we rescued our
that, and she's just saying that for vagueness purposes. So let's hit load. Go here again. Yeah. No, I don't
Then I
want it to.
didn't end the world.
Okay, now I'm confused.
See? She didn't confess anything.
No, I'm not with you
Well,
anymore.
Not so
Yeah. Okay. If I was actually in this situation, hang on. Let me think. If I was actually here, and this was real life, I had to say one of these options which one would I say? In real life, if this was to actually happen somehow, I would probably do one of these two. Probably. Maybe not this one. I'm gonna say in reality, I would probably say this
At least
one.
you're being honest.
Okay.
Princess shift.
Me too.
Yep,
She
yep,
wasn't confused.
okay,
If she
great.
doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world.
You're an idiot. Okay, okay. So now we're here again, and we can go to say. Wow, we are running out of these really fast. Oh! Okay, that's actually pretty helpful. So we're on page 6. We're here. Okay. So, I'm not gonna ask that because that was pretty blatantly obvious. I didn't bring a knife, dude.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Yeah, I don't think that's
We won't
especially
be laying
pleasant.
a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right.
Well, and she's dumb for not have doing that before. Oh yeah, she was kind of changed. That's why she couldn't just go through the window. Oh, I was saying that
She's a
earlier.
prisoner here. You can't just slip her
Yeah.
hand through the chains.
Yeah.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, that is. I mean, honestly, I was interpreting it like weird. I was just interpreting it more so like, hey, if I'm out of here, go for
She
it.
didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic.
The first
smile.
sentence, 2 sentences, I'm with you on.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead.
If you have been imprisoned in a deep dark basement for, I don't know necessarily years, but would you be like, oh my goodness, we must escape. Why is this upside down? We must escape this specific way. No, you would say, get me out of here, please. I don't really care how. Okay, anyway, saving. Boom. Bam. Rescue.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll. You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Haha.
On my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depth.
I like
And
this
if
guy,
you
not
try
because I
to
necessarily
my
agree him, but
armor
because
dearest,
he's funny.
I will end our life without a second.
Oh God!
You wouldn't.
I would.
I don't doubt it.
Listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end?
Well, seemingly we can just come back to life, so who cares that much? Hello.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand. Shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
Oh
You're doomed.
my God! You know, I feel like what kind of skin cancer do I have here? Jesus Christ! Anyway, I think you could have figured that one out, because again, if this is the basement and the window points to the star, you're literally like 3 feet off the ground, so 3 inches probably more realistically. You could have worked that one out. I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
can't believe it. I guess I have to.
Uh-huh.
Told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. That's
Princess
great.
jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh, if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
I don't think there's any
Mr.
actual danger.
Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
That doesn't help at all in the
What do we
given
do
circumstance, yes. We leave and have our whole lives. What do you want to do? Okay, that could actually be helpful to know.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well
I
then.
don't know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong.
I
What
think
if
he
this whole
did.
thing is just a misunderstanding. What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I mean, there has been absolutely zero evidence except for the times that she said just explicitly that she would end the world, that you are telling the truth. So, I'm gonna assume you're a liar.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh boy. Do you want to end? I just want to leave. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Okay, great. Basically, I'm just gonna say that one.
Sounds perfect.
The
Kaboom.
princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Probably
Have
fine.
each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I don't think the world necessarily needs to end for that.
Do actually?
Yeah, I think
I have
for
noticed
once in my
choices
life I'm
being
agreeing
made
with it.
and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Exactly.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Good for you.
You and the princess walk up the stairs.
Why is it so quiet?
Ugh, the way she's smiling at you.
Why is
Not
it?
to be so
You got so quiet and the music got so loud all of a sudden. Is there a way for me? Hang on. Oh, how do I? Okay, there's literally no settings page, so I can't actually. Or is that in preferences or something? Oh, I got it.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
We're
Yes.
getting there.
Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Was that you, Mr. Narrator? Because you're kind of mean.
That's a familiar move.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Well, you're mean.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yeah.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Enough
getting the
with this
door open.
true love nonsense. You just met her.
Yeah.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Not sure if I agree with you there,
In
but
this
alright.
case, you don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm not. I'm disagreeing with him
I'm just along for the
excessively.
ride at this point.
Yep. Do you think you can open it? We can try open it. I think I've got open the door. Nah, we can. We're a team. We got this.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
I feel like I'm going down your path unintentionally, when in reality I'm just trying to ultimately get this to work where you don't die.
You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Uh-oh,
and-
that
Wait,
is not...
That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right
No.
thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Let's just save here just for safety purposes. I'm
You're
not doing
enjoying
that.
this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I'm not too fond of you either.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
That was what you wanted. Actually, no, you just wanted to leave. I said, then let's leave. Because sitting down there by myself for a while
Yes, I
probably
suppose
wasn't...
you are going to do that, aren't you?
Okay, to be fair, that wasn't exactly
Open
my
the door to the
intention as much
cabin.
as also leaving at the same time. To be fair, can I close this with actually... Oh my god, I
And
can.
then you step out.
Wow! I got an
Our
achievement.
happy ending at last.
Mm-hmm.
We did it. What should we do now?
I'm slightly concerned by the noises I'm hearing.
Where did everything go?
Yeah,
Where
not
did
sure.
he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy.
Is narrator dead? Oh god.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Up!
Oh, quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I think the I think something. Alright, then that probably wasn't supposed to. You don't get to make that jacket something is pulling away and left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
The narrator died, I guess.
Is that a... Why is it here?
We've
Why
already
not?
been to the mirror. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go looking for her. Yeah, it looks like I'm thinking, because I got another game called The World of Horror. I refunded it, because by the way, point I figured it out, I was kind of like, oh, that's weird, I don't want that. And right now I'm thinking of a book called Censored, by looking at the background here. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Well,
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
alright, I don't have to.
I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and dream for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I mean, if this is censor, yeah, it probably can hurt, but boy. I'm gonna save after each choice I make here.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Doesn't really look that awful, unless it's from the narrator in that case. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna save after this. The
Yes.
narrator's gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
I don't think so, cause you guys aren't
Villain
dead.
vanquished.
That seems like a good thing. Well, I don't have too many choices here, do I? I guess I'm gonna approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I literally have no other options, my guy. I'm sorry. I approach the mirror. That's a fun font there. Gaze into your reflection. What if I just sit here and, like, don't? I wonder if you'd have to actually, like, wait 25 minutes or something. Alright, because I'm lazy and it's only showing me this and I can't seem to do that, let's just do it. Silence is reach for it. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Wow, I am ugly. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the... But what about my friends? I'd like 2 of the 3. Honestly, by this point, I want the narrator. You are at the cabin. Are you on fire? Hello.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, that's concerning. Is this the end of the... Holy Jesus Christmas. Destroy my... I'm not gonna do that one. I'm not gonna attack you or destroy myself. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Alright, well, that's fair.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
But they were here.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Uh-huh.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So are you dead? Again, I'm saving after every option here.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
You have a couple hands. I don't know what I am exactly. I mean, I'm kind of weird looking in that mirror.
I think that you are like me.
I don't have that many hands.
Oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I'm also not a large body of water. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? Okay, I have more stuff I want to ask you. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Alright, but were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I mean, kind of. Part of me wants to do the let her out of there one, but like, is this what you ultimately want? I feel like you were evasive on that.
There are some changes that can never be undone.
Alright, well,
There are
I
some
did my
tears
best.
that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Huh. That's interesting, I suppose.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
You sure? Okay, I'm just gonna kind of ask all the questions.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Cool. Do you know about the
I
world's
know
beyond this place?
only that they are.
That's fair.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Also fair.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Alright. So we're gonna save here. What happens now?
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh my god.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Cool.
Everything, until we meet again.
So I won't know the other events. You have so many hands. I don't know what that hand is doing there, but alrighty then.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Cool.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Alrighty then. And what if I don't let you do this? I'm not gonna do that. Alright. This is if I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
That's one perspective, I guess. Oh boy. So let it be. Alright, I am ready. Make me for it. I'm gonna.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
That's
You
fine.
know,
Oh. Oh my god, I don't know how I found that so funny, but I did. The sound effect that went with it, I was like, oh, that's nice. And then it's just like bang, and then I look at it, everything goes dark, and you die. I found that so funny. I trust it. I'm trusting this. I'm on your side 100%. I am with
You're
you.
on a path in the woods.
Hey!
And at the
The
end
real
of that
Slay the
path
Princess starts
is a
here.
cabin.
You'll know it when you see it. I mean, you're goddamn right. Yep.
You're here to slay her.
Shut up.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Shut up. Okay, the end of the world. Have you? Because she's locked up killing scenes. Forget it. I'm not doing this. You considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending. Have you considered the end of
While
it?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Actually, no, we're not, but okay.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Gotcha.
Causality doesn't matter.
I don't miss you anymore. I
Because
missed
the
you for a
end result
minute.
is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. And
Cool.
there is no changing that.
Alright.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Gotcha. Let's see. This
Of
one.
course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Well, to put it that person did, it's
I mean,
reshaping
maybe some
it.
people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, it's on top of Mark people, Loretta pollution. Okay, great. Alright, we're going in. I don't think anybody else is here.
You
I think
make your
it's just
way
you.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Mm.
A warning. Before she will lie.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's
Yeah,
a princess.
yeah.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Am I actually recording this? Okay, yeah, I am. That's good.
The interior of the blade. is
Blah
your
blah
entrance.
blah. We're just entering to the basement. We're not killing anybody. This is a friendly, happy environment. So screw you, Mr. Narrator. Although it's not repeating.
The door to the basement
Not
creaks
repeating.
open, revealing a
It's
staircase
sort of.
faintly illuminated by an unseen
We're doing this
light
Doki
from
Doki style.
below.
We got like it
This
looks
is
the same to start, but there's
The
gonna
air
be
feels
differences.
heavy and damp. A hint of rot.
It's just like Doki
filtering
Doki
from
Act
the
2
ancient wood.
after Sayori dies.
If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hi.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
So we're gonna save. I'm here to save
How many
you.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Nah, I
Stairs.
gotcha.
I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Walk
Hello.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yeah, I don't
Hi.
care.
I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Yeah, if we are doing this Doki Doki style, I'm
She
pretty
gets
sure
out of those
narrator's gonna
chains
cause
with
you
one
to
step
have to
closer
stab
the
me.
end.
So Also, I dropped a thingy. I dropped a circle on the floor, and I'm kind of confused on where my circle went. Hang on a minute, guys. I found my circle. Okay. Yeah. So let's like boom, bam. All right. Let's see. I'll see what I can do. We've already chatted.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut up.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you. You don't
Walk
suck.
up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even...
I wonder if
imagine
all,
breaking.
like, the narrator games use the same format as this. I don't know. Doki Doki was literally the only one, but, like, it's the same exact... I'm not saying that is a negative thing about this. I'm saying, like,
I'm
that's
guessing
cool.
you don't have the key?
I don't know. Was that based off of Doki Doki?
Maybe
Are
it's
they all
somewhere
like that, or
upstairs.
did they just coincidentally do
Doubtful.
that?
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Yeah.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Not the best
She offers
idea.
the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Somehow.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah.
You attempt to make your way out of the... Is
Oh
someone
my
else-
god. So is this still like... It's the same thing. It is. It's the same thing. So we're gonna kind of like click through it a
Easier
little bit
for her,
fast.
Easier for everyone.
Okay.
Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
Yep,
They
they
locked
did.
There's a slight panic rising in...
If I could just get out of these chains,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
we
She barely hesitates
Ah,
and rips
I
her flesh from her
did not
bone.
like that
It's
part.
the blade from her... Or we could use it to free her. You
Yep.
won't like what happened.
Save her.
Fine. Against your
Uh-huh.
cut into her. The blade is sharp.
Yeah,
Her
yeah,
limb
yeah, yeah.
falls. She didn't so much as utter a... No.
She smiles soft. How is she?
Thank you.
Yeah. Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes as the princess.
No.
Wait. This isn't
Okay.
watch me.
Okay, so we go down here. Uh-oh. Stop. Wait, right click does that. Stop it. Run. Shit. Sorry.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the
Oh, in
princess's
case she
heart.
dodges it.
But she's
Run,
fast.
run,
She
run.
ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
No.
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
No.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon.
Don't.
Raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Oh my god, you're dumb.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws.
Yeah,
in
we've
your
seen this
throat.
part already.
You collapse to the floor. Your
Yeah,
body,
blah, blah,
if
blah,
we're
blah.
lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. Everything goes dark.
What the hell? The witch.
You're on a
It
path. in the
made
woods,
me do that
and
though.
at the end of that path,
I didn't have a choice in the matter though. Okay.
you're here to slay her.
Yeah, you shut up. Okay, now.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals.
The
The
Pharaoh
fate
or
of the
blah
world
blah blah.
doesn't
I'm
know
not
what
reading all this. If you
happened.
want to,
Maybe it's
pause
best
it.
to
I don't
keep it
care.
that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I
Opportunist.
can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog.
High
I meant
opportunist.
to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Alright, I'm just gonna go to the cabin because I know you both suck.
Warning. She will love
Yeah, shut up! Idiots.
the interior of the blade is.
Mm.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you
Yep.
talking about?
Alright. So we're gonna save. 10. We gotta go to page 11.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Yeah.
Hope
Enter
you-
the
no
basement.
blade. Hope you know what you're getting us in. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're
Yeah, and
doing.
this time I'm doing it differently in the sense that
The
I'm
door
not
to the
gonna kill you.
basement creaks open, revealing a
Aha.
starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom.
Yeah, you're
The air
describing it
smells
again.
of dirt,
Blah,
your voice skips
blah.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs.
Okay. I don't care. I want to be your friend, basically. Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with some. She seems.
Shut up!
Can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you
Exactly.
want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Also
You need
fair.
to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate.
Oh, you know what? I think I get it. It wasn't him that wasn't letting me get the warn her option. It was the arm lady. I already collected that piece of her. I need to collect more. That's what I'm doing here. I can still try and be nice when possible, but like, I need to collect more fragments
Fine.
of whatever this is.
You're the boss.
Okay. Gotcha, I understand.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps.
Hi.
Entering the dark
I'm gonna try and
room
be
below.
nice to you and see what
You can
happens.
just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the
Yeah, you're
fire.
describing
There
it.
you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
Alright.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before.
Yeah,
Oh,
shut
pretty
up!
Well, you seemed so.
We've been over
You really
this.
don't. No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality. I'm just glad we could put all. Is it all behind? Just
Yep.
focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now. Let's
Yeah,
chat
I
it
don't
up a
care.
bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground.
Yeah, I don't
Talk to
really
her.
care what these
You're
guys
just
have
going
to
make
say.
things more difficult than they
Because
have to
I
be.
have my own.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Okay. Let's hit save. Can I not blame the narrator this time? I'm sorry about last time. I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. I'm sure you made mistakes. I get the sense you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. This is just a good verbal. Why don't we talk it out? I know I got messy last time, but there's something bigger than both of us. Can't get out of those chains. The last. I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me on the way back. I don't trust you. I feel it. Okay, no. We gotta. Yeah.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you?
Yeah, you're
Alright.
aware.
I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Yeah.
We should take it. Do you
Agreed.
know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her.
Which I'm
and
fine
her
with.
alone.
Alright, cool. I'm sorry.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Gotcha. How exactly? Cause it seems like the only option it's given me is leave the basement. Not enough to fear you, definitely not enough to get close to you. Okay, great.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm
No,
my
I'm
trust
not
back?
trying. I'm just
Yeah,
clicking
you're
all the
right,
buttons so I can see if I don't just abandon you. So please allow me to click the buttons.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh, nice.
Could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, you're aware. Alright, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward.
I
taking
hope you
one
kill me,
cautious step at a
actually.
time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks
Hello.
eye contact, even as the two of you find
My mic on?
yourselves face
Oh,
to
yeah.
face.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Okay, we're all good now.
She's silent for a long
I'm in a
moment,
long
as if
debate
testing
here.
to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
I will be your
After
best
you,
friend.
darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Okay, I'll completely trust
You
that.
can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
You see, I don't care. That's what I'm hoping for, actually.
We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody else
Exactly.
thinks it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her.
Uh-huh. And now she can kill me, for fairness'
Not
sake.
trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Narrator, nobody gives a shit about it. Step onto the stairs. See? You, my friend, need to kill me.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
I hope you stab me.
Exactly what I'm worried about.
Yeah, see?
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
Exactly.
You're
Now
only
kill
saying
me.
that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
I wonder if narrator's like a
Walk
past
backwards
version of
up the
us.
stairs. I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
No,
I'm hoping she
the
does.
stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and
Yeah,
hurt
you
yourself.
idiot.
The princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Please
You're not
stab me.
even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory.
Please stab me.
Why did you just say that?
I think we know why. You feel something dig into
Yep,
your
there we
shoulder,
go.
sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots.
I mean, you
until
didn't have to
finally
knock us
you
both
separate
down the
with a
stairs.
bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
That seems like your own fault.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
You good?
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
But now you know that I trust
Why
you.
won't we be getting up?
Because we're
I'm
gonna die.
afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
Because this one's evil.
It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You
Exactly.
must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Let's see here. Because I wanted this to happen. I knew this was gonna happen and I wanted it to. If we just trust each other, we're never gonna get up the stairs. We could have gone out of here if we just
Why
trusted
would
each
I
other.
ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
Exactly.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade.
I was hoping
and
you'd
stab her in
do
the
that
back."
to me, actually.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us.
Yeah, shut up.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh, your arm
Whoa,
seems to be broken.
So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Yeah, no. You're.
Are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
Yeah, oops.
We're going to die together. Isn't
Yeah.
that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Maybe.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello?
Mm.
You still there? What happens next?
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, man, bye. Huh! Here again. Normally you have time to leave.
gone.
Memory turns.
And there's that mirror.
Yeah. Of course you're scared this is not the end for you, but this is the end for you, not for me. It's gonna be okay, just trust me, we've been here. And you always get scared. Well, should I just vaguely be like, screw you?
But it feels so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally the end. It's the end for you,
What
but
is
not
that
for me.
supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
No, you're dead. Bye. Have fun dying. Approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. So blah 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 blah. You need to see what's in it. So you groan negatively. Long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Howdy. I don't think I did so good that time.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes.
Yeah, can you shut it for a second? The gates become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, cool, but I want to, like, are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues.
Alright,
of
well, I
expression.
wanted that to be a more positive perspective, but literally, this guy named the narrator is a dick. So it's done. What do you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was.
Cool.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Uh-huh.
Eyes close in reflection.
That's pretty vague.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Neat.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Also neat. You know, at the end of this, once you finish, I'm going to kill. No, I am not! When I go back, if this invisible wall closing by me, why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those
Yeah.
paths lead to worlds
Yeah. See, I was right.
Perspectives I have already made my own.
Mm-hmm.
They are useless to us now.
Yeah.
Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Mm-hmm. You've been kind of rude to me than everybody.
I
Yeah,
won't
sure.
ever cling to you. You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Cool. So you must understand then that the paths that I do that are bullyistic, that's definitely a word, are not my own intention. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
I guess,
Do
but
not
like,
worry. There are no wrong answers.
okay, well that's reassuring.
Illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Cool. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on
This
this
one
one?
is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do
Understood.
not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Okay. So you don't have any preferences?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Cool. I'm gonna try and do niceness paths again. Hurry, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear
vessels
things
are
will
a
be.
weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are
Okay.
not me.
Okay, this is
The wounds
reassuring.
they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I
Understood.
would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Understood. Not doing that one.
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
No problem, I will do that. And what if I don't bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever? I'm not sure if destroying myself will be very helpful. I'm ready to go back. Alright, I'm gonna save it then. Because I don't necessarily want to do something like, ooh, I'm gonna kill you. And I don't want to be like, ooh, what if I don't do anything? Because I don't think she's not, I don't think I think she would probably be mad here, like, oh, why would you do that? We're buddies. This one, I feel like she would just more so say, then I'm just not gonna be complete. She might be like, oh, you're fine to be here. I'm happy for that, but like, I would prefer if I could actually, you know, have the stuff. So, and I am still like, I have no reason to not be on your side. The narrator, he is a dick. He is telling me that this is probably a terrible idea, and in reality, I mean, yeah, he's probably not too far off, and considering that he is blocked out of here, I do kind of still believe that he is like an alternate version of me. Like, to some extent, I feel like that could be true. I don't know why he's not mentioning this, maybe because he can't, because like he doesn't remember it exactly, but he knows what's gonna happen at the end. I don't know, I feel like that could be the case, but honestly, as of this instant, I don't even care if that's the case, because to be frank, I feel like that this is the path I would like to continue to follow. So you know what? I'm ready to go
I
back.
await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Yeah, so that's what I'm concerned about. Like, if I keep doing bad stuff, like I just did last time, although I don't feel like I had much of a choice, like, I think then it will change her to become something bad. If I do good stuff and show her, let's just call it the good of the world, then I feel like maybe she would do good in the end. I don't know, because if it's the same start,
We will meet again.
yes, we will. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Bring the witch to her, an untrusting vessel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Sure
path,
am. But, I do think that's going to be it for this episode. So we are saved. Now, I'm going to want to try and do better next time. I mean, not to say I necessarily did... What's Scarlet Hollow? I clicked it and... Oh, it's another game by them. I'll toss it in my wish list. It's still in early access, apparently. It's 25% off, too. Ooh, do I want it? I did refund my other game. I know I'm supposed to be, like, looking at this still, but, dude, I'm considering, do I want to buy this one, too? You know, I don't really have to be looking at this right now. I'm personally really liking this one right now. This is interesting. I'm liking it a lot. And I think it's really cool. I know this video is really long, and normally I don't do long stuff like this, but, like, this isn't really something I can just pause as much as it is, like, you know... This is a narrative game. You kind of have to have the whole thing in. I don't play too many narrative games. I love narrative games. I love stuff like this. Like, I played Bad End Theater, one of my favorite games ever. That one is probably number 3, to be honest. Because, whoa, it's like, whoa, hi! Jesus Christ, I was just talking about Bad End Theater. I actually made a video of me playing Bad End Theater, although I barely talked through it. And, like, I finished it a second day, which was with Tobin, actually. I mean, he was watching, he had no idea what was happening. I was understanding the significance. I loved Bad End Theater. It's only, like, $10. If you like narrative-style games, like, play it. It's so good. Bad End Theater, awesome game. This one, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to end up liking this one more. I don't really play too many of them, but literally every single one I've played, I've loved. Oh, it keeps changing the image. It's kind of cool. Because I've done Doki Doki Literature Club, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I know I said that about Bad End Theater, but Doki Doki Literature Club, that is like a masterpiece. This is so far what I would also consider a masterpiece. Bad End Theater, absolutely beautifully done. That one is a masterpiece. I'm looking at my library right now. Jesus. Oh, We Know the Devil. I played We Know the Devil too. I didn't make a video on any of these before, solely because, like, for a lot of them, I don't actually talk at all. Because, like, for a lot of them, like, I feel like this one is more involved in the sense that you really do need to kind of put in more reasoning and logic. I mean, Bad End Theater you really did, to some extent. Yeah, you did really have to do... I mean, really, all of them you did, like, including Doki Doki Literature Club. I feel like Doki Doki Literature Club was less, because as awesome as that game was, and as incredible as it is, like, there's not much alteration you can make in it ultimately. Like, I know there's like a happy ending or whatever. I never actually got it. And right now I have that mod installed still, and I don't really want to take it out of the base game. I don't exactly know how to get the happy ending. I could probably look it up. I think honestly I'm going to do it myself for the first time just to see what it is after I'm done with the mod. It's the Blue Skies mod. I know I was talking about it earlier, but I'm going on the Yuri path because I always pick Yuri. Best character, you cannot tell me otherwise. Yuri is my number one. I like Monica, although, like, I don't know. I'm basing it off the Blue Skies mod. In Blue Skies mod, it's Yuri, Monica, Natsuki, Sayori. In the Blue Skies mod, God, I hate Sayori. I mean, maybe not if I was doing her path. As a general character, I don't mind her. But in the mod, like, I feel like she is such a takeaway from the path I'm trying to go down, and such big events were happening on the Yuri path, and then I was like, and then it's all like, Sayori's like, hey, I'm here too, pay attention to me, and I'm like, no, fuck off, Sayori, I'm trying to deal with Yuri, god damn you. But yeah, I know this is not a Doki Doki Literature Club Blue Skies mod video, so why I'm going on a whole tangent about this, I'm not quite sure. I shouldn't be talking about doing that anyway, but anyway, let's ignore that for those of you that don't know what that mod is. Yeah, you can probably assume of how I've discussed it in past, but, so, words. This game, super cool. I am loving it so far. I love the art, too. It's so good. I will say, We Know the Devil... The art, I know I only very briefly talked about that one. We Know the Devil is way shorter than any of these. It is the shortest one I've played of the narrative games. It's an interesting experience. It's weird. Not in a bad way, necessarily. But it's weird. Like, weird. I would look it up, or like, I'm not gonna make a video on it, I don't think. You know, I did one ending on it. I don't know if I'm gonna do the other ones. I mean, I'm not making a video for it either way, but We Know the Devil is a weird game. Again, not in a bad way. I really liked it and thought it was super cool by the end of it. It's just weird. It's interesting to say the least, and I do like it. I don't fully understand it. I feel like if I played the other endings, maybe I would get it a bit more. I don't know. There's definitely more to see in it. I didn't really do all that much in it. I got the one ending, and then I stopped, because that's kind of the ending that I had wanted to get. I mean, if you knew what one and you can interpret who I am as a person, I think you could probably guess which ending I took, which I'm not going to specify forward, because I believe by deduction you, without further elaboration here, knowing who I am as a person, you could probably assume the ending I picked. Maybe not for the actual reason that I did it, and by my own perspective, like, by my own interpretation of how I've portrayed myself as a person, I think you understand what I did, but not for the reason that I did it, because the interpretation of myself that I have portrayed publicly is in part truthful, but at the same time separate than what I actually intended to be, whereas it is portrayed differently. So while you may think one thing about it, because you are most likely right when you assume which one I picked, because because I can only assume which one you assume that I picked, and you're probably right. Now, it's not the main ending, by the way. It was one of the individual ones. And I can only... I mean, I think I made that blatantly clear by stating this. But again, the way I portray myself as a human being in how I make the choices that I do and the statements that I make is not exactly why you think it is. But it's made to look that way, to however many extents you wish to make that seem. Now, what I think, I'm not gonna say this definitively. This is completely off the line of We Know the Devil now. Back to this game, actually, as a matter of fact, which may be surprising considering the past 5 minutes of tangent that has been going on here. Now, you know how it shows the cabin, then it shows her in the cage, and then it cuts to her and the other face? Now, that other face, I believe, is the witch. So I wonder if every single persona I give, it's going to add another cut into the thing. I'll mention the screen when we get there. You've probably seen it a few times as I'm talking here. But anyway, I'm trying to think of what else. I still got to play Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I bought it. There's another one of those I have on my wish list. I think it's called, like, Needy Streamer Simulator, something like that. It's another psychological horror one, more like Doki Doki. So I thought about getting that one a few times. It went on sale for like $8 a few times. I thought about getting it. I never ultimately did. And if I did, I couldn't actually make a video on it. Not saying that I wouldn't want to, although I probably wouldn't realistically. I think that one also has more puzzle elements. I feel like it's gonna get annoying. But all you have to do is look at the tags of the game and you will understand why I cannot make a video on that one. So, but that is another psychological horror one. I guess this one, I mean, at least seemingly so, is also a psychological horror to some extent. Like, I'm gonna look at the store page real quick and tell you. I know this is probably very unexciting for everybody just hearing me. But by this point, oh, you're probably hearing, that's the trailer going off. Psychological horror visual novel choices matter. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But anyway, the next screen here, this is the one that, I was talking about how has the two shattered things, because they're the only two personas I've put into the person. I wonder if it's going to change visually after the next time, because it said, oh, I have to consider, oh, my nose is bleeding. Ah, I felt like something was up with my nose. I have a bloody nose, that's okay. I'm probably not going to go on too much longer, but yeah. Oh, here we go. So that's the witch. That's the normal one. Well, you are not looking too good, I won't lie. I think there's something going on. I wonder if every time I get a new persona, it's gonna crack and add a new one. I don't actually know if that's how it's gonna look. But yeah, based on the trailer, I've seen a lot of negatives. I feel like the trailer really, I mean, it did a good job of not revealing what this actually was, or at least not what it actually was to this. Because by that, it just kind of looked like you're trying to kill her and going back over and over again, attempting to kill her. Basically, and like she was trying to trick you to let her live. I thought it was gonna be kind of easy by that point, but I don't know. They did a good job with the trailer. It looked interesting to me. I was like, hey, I love visual games. Now, the other one I was telling you about, like the horror one, the World of Horror that I bought. I was thinking similar. I think it's also a visual one. It says it combines Lovecraftian and Junji Ito. And I love Junji Ito's books. I literally have every single one of his behind me. Even his Cat Diary one, I have that one. I didn't get the coloring books because, I mean, and he had one, like, art book, but that one was, like, $40! It's ridiculous! I mean, yeah, I'm not saying don't minimize your art there, dude, but good God, I'm not paying that much for an art book for colored pictures of things I already have. But I have a big-ass poster of his stuff. I have, like, all the Funko Pops from him, even I'm definitely gonna... It's spelled Hideo. I don't think that's actually how to say his name. Because if somebody was named Hideo, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a more common name in Japan, but in English, what is the word? I cannot think of the word. But when I hear the word Hideo, it makes me think hideous. I wonder if he did that intentionally to an extent, because ultimately he gets a bunch of holes in him. I'm not going to elaborate on that. I'm just going to let you I'll let you guys. I would put a picture up, but there's that one thing that actually I do have. I forget what phobia it's called. I mean, it didn't affect me too bad reading the book. It's different in the book, but like, I don't know. I'm just gonna not continue. But yeah, that one I talked about it briefly earlier. The game, the World of Horror. I mean, you can look at it. It's on Steam. I think it's on Xbox too. It's at least on PC on Xbox. Not on Game Pass. I was hoping that it would be, so I could just get it for free. But it kind of looks like an old style, like Dungeons and Dragons adventure type game where it's like sometimes turn-based combat, like you collect items, you can get allies. There's like, I know one of the pictures had like charisma stats or something. It was weird. Like, I don't know. I sent it back. I was like, ugh, because if I'm gonna be playing this one, I have a few other things and I'm gonna be busy over the next few days. Am I actually gonna be able to like play this and that and know if I want to get it? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna refund it, and then maybe I'll get it again at some point and see if I want to. Although, I don't know if Steam is gonna let me refund the same game twice. Although this time I listed it as I purchased on accident, because I like refunded it immediately. So maybe that will buy me a second refund, but I'm definitely not getting away with more than 2. Okay, I did the same thing with Rainbow Six Siege. I know I've turned this into somewhat of a podcast now. This has just been like mostly Slay the Princess and then the I'm a Canary 2 podcast where I just talk about random stuff. But we're gonna talk about Rainbow Six Siege now. So I got that. Oh boy, I'm gonna give you the full story of Rainbow Six Siege. I bought it a long time ago because my friend Chris, he wanted to play it with me. He did not have Steam. He still doesn't have Steam. I actually haven't talked to him in a while. We're not even friends anymore. But. So, at the time, I was like, hey, is it crossplay? I looked it up and saw a thing that said it wasn't crossplay. And I was like, hey, I saw a thing that said it isn't crossplay. You know, I don't think it will work. I'm not great at FPS games anyway. Don't know if I even want to play this. And he's like, nah, it's fine. It's crossplay. It's good. And instead of being like, well, I looked it up, article said it isn't, and I don't really think I'd like the game, which you would think I would do, instead what I did was like, yeah, you're right, let me buy that real quick. It was on sale at the time, so it's not like I wasted money. It was only like $7 or so on Steam. And then I bought it, and then I get everything situated. I make an account on whatever it is, like Ubisoft or the game thingy that's on. And then I'm like, alright, great. Now let's do this! And then it's not crossplay, and I'm like, oh my god! So I sent it back, got my money back, and then a while later, he's like, hey, it's crossplay. It's a thing. And I was like, no, we've done this. We've been over this before, Chris. This is not. And then he was like, it is. And you would imagine I would be like, we've been over this exact situation before. I've purchased the game, meaning that Steam will not allow me to refund it again, especially after I was in it the first time. So it's not like I accidentally bought it. And if I'm going into it the second time to test it again, I shouldn't get this game. It's not crossplay. The articles have not changed. You would imagine that's what I did. Instead, I was like, yeah, you're right. Let's do this. And I bought the game a second time for some reason. And then I spent like an hour trying to get into it, like, oh my god, why isn't this working? Apparently when you buy it, it installs like a test server that literally does nothing. Now that's in like one of a maintenance file sort of thing, and for some reason on Steam I had a setting on that it showed all the utilities for games. So I installed this like 30 gigabyte or however big Rainbow Six Siege thing is, that file, and then I kept trying to open it and it just didn't work because it was like a test server. And then after like an hour and a half of this, hey man, by this point we had another guy in there. I think it was Desmond. I don't know. Another guy was in there too. And I was like, oh my god, guys, this is the test server. So I uninstalled that. I installed the real one, but by this point it's late at night, so I'm like, I gotta go. We can do this tomorrow. Next day we do it. It is not cross-play. By this point, I don't even try refunding it to Steam. I've bought it twice, gone into the game twice, even installed a test server, which I wasn't actually supposed to, but oh well. And that I was like, well, I sure can't refund this to Steam now, can I? Because, I mean, by this point, they're just not going to accept it. So I had Rainbow Six Siege for a while, and then one point Tobin is like, yeah, let's play Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm like, cool, let's play. And we do, and like I predicted, I absolutely hated it. I made 2 videos on it, like one was 40 minutes, one was like less than 40 minutes, like 20 something minutes. I didn't play it for much over like an hour total. Now, you wouldn't actually find those videos. I have a channel for, or a playlist for unlisted videos. I don't remember if I unlisted that playlist as well, which would be kind of ironic, but, I mean, there was some stuff in that I decided, I'm not actually going to keep it this way, and some stuff I thought, maybe I'll release it eventually. If I just put it in here, then it's not as much new content, but releasing content that I already had released, just unlisted. Like, I was bouncing back and forth with that. I think I got rid of the playlist, or at least unlisted the playlist. But yeah, and then, so those 2 videos, they exist. I think they're both good videos, but ultimately what I did, you may have actually seen the video, I just ended up making, like, I think it's 8 minutes long, just a compilation of me and Tobin's gameplay, because he had it on Steam too, so we got to play it. I didn't like it that much. The last game, though, I actually did really good. I killed a bunch of people. I was so proud of myself that time. But I knew, oh god, I'm never going to do this good at this game again. I'm just going to quit while I'm ahead. And I told Tobin, yeah, I'm done with the game now. And god, I hated that game. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at first-person shooter games. Don't really like them particularly anyway. I doubt anyone is still watching this video. I mean, maybe somebody watched through the gameplay. But, like, if you are actually still here by this point in the video, comment... I don't know. Pineapple berry. Do that for me. Normally I would never actually ask people to comment something. I just more so give me pineapple berry if you sat through my entire monologue here. Cause if you did that, you are dedicated beyond anything I could imagine. Like, good God. I wouldn't find this worth it for anybody. Like, I could be watching a big YouTuber I really like, and they're just going on a rant for... It's probably been, like, at least 20 minutes I've been going on about random bullshit. Oh, God. I would probably just eventually... Like, I would just scroll through the thing, like, just go back into the game. No, okay, I'm just gonna leave. Like, give me pineapple berry if you sat through this, or if you skipped here for some reason. I don't know why you would skip here, like, as if this was just gonna be something. But yeah, give me pineapple berry. I do think I'm gonna go. Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna go to sleep soon. Like, this is just going on and on, man. If the thanks for joining me on the I'm a Canary 2 podcast, I guess. Episode 1 was narrative games and Rainbow Six Siege. Hope you enjoyed. Good God. Man, but yeah, no, love this game, love narrative games, and if you know any good ones, let me know. Will I play them on the channel? Odds have it, no. No, I will not. But you could give me a game recommendation that you're full of hope, like, yes, he's gonna play it on the channel, and then I'm just gonna destroy your hopes and dreams. Although, if your hopes and dreams are that I play a game for you to watch, you need to get some higher standards. I am not that impressive. I'm sorry, but really am not. So, people, my fellow human beings and non-human beings and any other people or things out there, I hope you have a lovely day, night, morning, afternoon, whatever the hell time it is for you now. If you sat through my entire tangent, you know what to do. I'm not repeating it now in case somebody skipped right to the end of the video right now to see what I said at the end. So, you know what to do. If you don't know what to do and you just skipped here, I don't actually know why. I mean, probably because you started the tangent and were like, oh my god, and just skipped to the end to see if I said anything important. But, yeah. My English teacher, I should do something like that. My English teacher in 8th grade when I was in remote school, like, they all had, I know I'm going on another thing here, don't worry about it. They all had a thing called the secret word. Now, you had to get that. I'm dying. There's a thingy stuck in my throat. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. I know that was less than a second for you because I paused it, but still. Yeah. Anyway, the English teacher. Because everybody would basically just either at the end say it or like halfway through they would say it or something like that. But like it was usually at the same select time, so like people could just tune out and then just pop in and say it, and then pick it up and go, okay, I got it. I literally never entered a single secret word. You were supposed to enter them in a weird document thing. I wrote them down every single time. I literally just never actually enter them, and going to the live lessons was like an important part. I still passed without a problem, and like nobody cared. You're supposed to enter. I literally didn't enter a single one. Had no idea how. Eventually, in like the last quarter of the year, I figured it out. But you're supposed to do it by quarter, and it was so much work to do it that I was just like, it's fine. But yeah, and it was. But my English teacher, instead of that, she split the word up. Like, she gave you a few letters near the beginning, a few letters near the middle, and a few letters near the end. And it wasn't like, okay, it's been 15 minutes, here's your first letters. No, it was just random. Like, sometimes it was right at the beginning, sometimes it was like 10 minutes in, sometimes they were all within a span of 10 minutes of each other. And then she would only show it up on the board, like, for a few seconds there. Like, hey, here's your first part of the secret word. She made sure you paid attention. I barely did. I mean, sometimes I didn't care. I was just like, I was on Reddit the entire time. Screw that. We had, like, a yoga class in that thing as well. Like, good God. Anyway, I'm actually gonna go now. I've been keeping you guys here for a while. You probably are not here. If you're here, you skip to the end of the video. But if, like, one person like if you know what to do and you do it, Jesus Christ, here's what I'm gonna do. If let's just say the first person that does it, that comments the thing I said, if someone at all, I will have you the top link on my friends section for a month. If somebody does that within 2 months of this thing's release. Let's say that. Maybe not 2 months. Maybe 1 month. If before, you know what, before December 1st, if somebody does what I said to, comments the thing, because you sat through this bullshit, you will be on the top for the month of December. Not that that matters. It's not like I got that 35 million subscribers, you're gonna get so famous now. No, you might, odds are, I'm not gonna lie, you're literally gonna get nothing out of this. But you know what? I thought that was gonna be cool. If somebody actually just tell me if you sat through my bullshit. You know what to do if you did. And if you're just gonna say, oh, I sat through your tangent, don't worry, you're a liar. Because you didn't do it. Now, hope you all have a lovely day. This has been a long ass tangent I've been going on. We're pushing like half an hour, if not more. I don't actually know, at least 20 minutes, because it was before 10 o'clock before I started. It's 10:20 now. Oh God, we went on about the games, then we went into Rainbow Six Siege and crossplay struggles, English teachers on online school. Good God, I have another English. I'm not gonna go on about it, but good Lord, you know. We could end these episodes with the I'm a Canary 2 podcast of the day. We could have, like, the secret words like the English. You never know. I'm going to shut up now before I go on for another hour and a half. So, have a lovely day, night, morning, mid, any other time. I kind of forgot words for a second there. Goodbye. I'm actually leaving now. You're probably thanking the Lord for that one. Have a lovely day. You know what to do if you sat through it. Goodbye.